Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 9th of September 2021. Starting with very first question. Exercise Bright Star is a multinational military exercise held in which country? So this multinational military exercise held once in 2 years in the country Egypt. So this year's exercise would witness the participation from 21 countries including USA. And the first such exercise was held in the year 1980 after signing of the peace treaty between Egypt and Israel. Now apart from it, recently Indian Army has participated in exercise Zapad 2021, which is a multinational exercise held at Nizhny, Russia from 3rd to 16th September, and it aims at boosting the anti-terror cooperation. Also recently, Indian Navy has participated in the US Navy-led CLAT. So this is Southeast Asia Cooperation and Training military exercise that was held in Singapore. Also recently, India and Australia have signed the joint guidance for naval cooperation. Now few days back, Indian Navy and Vietnam Navy have carried out a joint exercise in South China in which INS Ranvijay and INS Kora participated. And the Royal Bahrain Naval Force along with Indian Navy have partnered in a bilateral maritime exercise in Persian Gulf region. And already we have seen that militaries of China, Pakistan, Mongolia and Thailand are set to take part in a multinational peacekeeping exercise named as Shared Destiny. Now you have to tell me the exercise Al-Muhaid Al-Hindi has recently been held between which two countries? Please write the name of those countries in the comment section. Question number 2. Who is the first IS officer from India to win a Paralympic medal? So this is Suhas Yathiraj, and he is Noida District Magistrate, and he has created history as the first ever IS officer to win a medal at the Paralympics. So he defeated Freddy Setiawan of Indonesia in his men's singles SL4 Group A. Also in the year 2016, he participated in the Asian Championship which was held in Beijing and became the first non-ranked player to win the gold medal. And he has earlier won many medals at BWF Turkish Championships in the year 2017 and further in 2019, and he also won a gold medal in Brazil in the year 2020. Now let's talk about some of the important things regarding Paralympics. First of all, do remember that India finishes 24th with record of 19 medals this time, which include 5 gold, 8 silver and 6 bronze. And this is the best medal tally for India in a single edition of Paralympic Games ever. Fine. So this rank of India was among 162 countries. And the team China topped the final medal tally at Tokyo Paralympics. Also, the flag bearer at opening ceremony of Tokyo Paralympics was Tek Chand, and he is a javelin thrower. So earlier the name suggested for this honor was Mariyappan Thangavelu, but due to some reasons, the opening ceremony was conducted by Tek Chand. Then flag bearer for closing ceremony of Tokyo Paralympics was Avni Lekhara, and she is a shooter. And Avni Lekhara is also important because she won the country's first gold medal in shooting at Tokyo Paralympics in the women's 10-meter air rifle. Also, Mariyappan Thangavelu had won silver medal in high jump, and in the same event, bronze medal was given to Sharad Kumar. So this time, India sent its biggest ever contingent of 54 para-athletes at Tokyo Paralympics to compete, and Indian theme song of Paralympics was Kar De Kamal Tu, and composer and the singer of the song is Sanjeev Singh, who is a Divyang cricket player from Lucknow. So these are some of the important things regarding Paralympics. Fine. Question number 3. Patrakar Kalyan Kosh is a scheme for journalists implemented in which state? So the state government of Chhattisgarh has implemented this scheme, and under this the families of journalists who lost their lives in COVID would be provided a financial assistance. So a sum of 2 lakh rupees would be given to the journalist for treatment of COVID disease, and the state has also decided to increase the monthly pension to senior journalists from 5,000 to 10,000 rupees under the Senior Journalist Samman Nidhi scheme. Now apart from it, Chhattisgarh was also in news because of its flagship scheme named as Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyay Yojana. So under this, the state government will provide input assistance to the farmers for crop production. So if the crops sown during the ongoing Kharif season get destroyed due to drought-like condition, a financial assistance of 9,000 rupees per acre would be provided to the farmers. Now few days back, Chhattisgarh also launched Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Bhumihin Majdoor Yojana. So under this, 6,000 rupees will be provided to each of 12 lakh landless laborers, and it is expected to benefit the 12 lakh landless families as well. Fine. CM of Chhattisgarh is Bhupesh Baghel. Question number 4. University of Health Sciences Bill has been passed by the Assembly of which state? So the Legislative Assembly of Odisha has passed this bill, and the bill seeks to bring all the medical and paramedical institutions of the state under a single University of Health Sciences. So currently various medical and paramedical institutions of the state are affiliated to different universities, but this bill has been passed in spite of strict opposition from various fronts. Now apart from it, recently central government has introduced the 127th Constitutional Amendment Bill 2021 in Lok Sabha on 9th of August. So the bill basically seeks to restore the state's power to make their own OBC list. Also recently, Lok Sabha has passed Tribunals Reforms Bill 2021 that seeks to abolish 9 appellate tribunals, including FCAT, that is Film Certification Appellate Tribunal. And all the pending cases before such tribunals or authorities will be transferred to the commercial courts or to the high courts. Also, we have seen that recently 9 new judges of Supreme Court took oath of office at one go. So now the strength of Supreme Court judges have risen to 33, including Chief Justice of India, out of the sanctioned strength of 34. And this is the very first time in history of the Apex Court that 9 judges took oath at just one go. Fine. Chief Justice of India is N.V. Raman. Question number 5. Where was the World Stamp Exhibition Philanippon 2021 held? So this exhibition held recently in Tokyo, Japan, and this event is held every 10 years in Japan since the year 1971 to mark the founding of Postal Service in Japan. So this year marked the 150th anniversary of Japan's Postal Service, and the event showcased the vibrant history and culture created by Japan's postal as well as the future potential of the industry, including delivery by robots and the drones. Now apart from it, Japan was also in news because of its Okanoba volcano. So it is located at about 80 feet below the sea, and as per the NASA, this underwater volcano that exploded in the Pacific Ocean last month now poses a risk to the passage of planes and ships. And also this is regarded as unusual since the eruptions from submarine volcanoes did not reach the height that it should. Fine. Now a few days back you would have heard about Taal volcano. Where does it lie? It lies in Philippines. Then there is Mount Agung, and it lies in Indonesia. Also there is Merapi, it also lies in Indonesia. Now you have to tell me, where does Mount Etna lie? Please write in the comment section. Question number 6. Under whose leadership a Parliamentary Committee on Finance has been constituted on separation of the debt management function from the RBI? So a Parliamentary Standing Committee on Finance has been constituted under the leadership of Jayant Sinha. And this committee would visit the RBI and discuss on the separation of the debt management function from the RBI. Also do remember that former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh is also a member of the committee. Now apart from it, as per the recent data from Finance Ministry, GST revenue collected in the month of August is 1,12,000 crore rupees. And the MCAP to GDP ratio of India is 122 as of 2021. So what does this mean? So it means that listed companies in India are worth 122% of India's latest annualized GDP. Also, the GDP of India has registered a growth of 20.1% in Q1 of financial year 2020 to 2021. Now, apart from all these things, the total forex reserve of India has sharply risen to $633 billion in last week of August 2021, and this is primarily on account of additional 12.57 billion SDR allocation by IMF to India, which is equal to nearly $17.86 billion. Also do remember that UPI clocked 3 billion transactions for the second consecutive month in a row in the month of August, and this is an all-time high in terms of volume and value. And the rapid increase in transactions indicate an increased adoption of digital payments by the consumers during this COVID-19 pandemic. Question number 7. Prayuth Chan-ocha, who was seen in the news recently, is the Prime Minister of which country? So he is the Prime Minister of Thailand, and recently he won votes of confidence in Parliament, which would help him to study his government, and the government has been facing criticism in response to the coronavirus pandemic. But now the Prime Minister has survived the vote of confidence. Also do remember that Prayuth and his government had survived 2 other no confidence debates since 2019 general election, and the pre-democracy activists have been opposing his policies to seek his resignation since last year. Now apart from it, Ariel Henry has been appointed as new Prime Minister of Haiti because Jovenel Moise has recently been assassinated. Then King of Malaysia has appointed Ismail Sabri Yaqub as the Prime Minister of the country, and he has replaced Muhyiddin Yassin because he has lost the majority in Parliament as he failed to effectively manage the public health system there. Now, Najib Mikati has become the new Prime Minister of Lebanon, and the new President of Zambia is Hakainde Hichilema. Also, our Chairman of 15th Finance Commission, that is N.K. Singh, has recently been elected as President of IEG Society, that is Institute of Economic Growth Society. And our Health Minister Mansukh Mandavir has been appointed as the Chairperson of Stop TB Partnership Board. Why? Because India is the chairman of this particular event. Now you have to tell me, Mr. Sandeep Bakshi has recently been reappointed as CEO and MD of which of the bank? Please write in the comment section. Question number 8. ISRO in association with which institution has developed a device to cultivate microorganisms in space? So a team of researchers at the Indian Institute of Science, that is IISc, and ISRO have jointly developed a modular device to cultivate microorganisms in space. So the device uses LED and photodiode sensor to track microorganism and bacteria growth. So this device would be used by the astronauts to carry out biological experiments in outer space during mission Gaganyaan, which is India's first ever crewed spacecraft. Now apart from it, China has recently developed a prototype miniature helicopter for surveillance work on future Mars mission. Also, NASA's Mars rover has collected the first rock sample from the Mars Jezero crater because the Perseverance arrived in the month of February there in search of rocks to find evidence of ancient life. Also, ISRO has recently launched an Earth observation satellite from Satish Dhawan Space Center at Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh. Also, to remember that ISRO-NASA joint mission NISAR is scheduled to be launched in early 2023, and the aim is to measure changes in Earth's surface globally using the advanced radar images. Now you have to tell me what does NISAR stands for. Please write in the comment section. Question number 9. Karbi Peace Accord, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which state? So the government of India would sign this accord between government of Assam and representatives of Karbi outfits. So here correct answer is option number B. Actually, the Karbis are one of the major ethnic communities in the northeastern India, especially in the state of Assam. And Assam has a long history of violent activities by the Karbis since 1980s. So recently what happened is 1040 terrorists of 5 insurgent groups of Karbis have laid down arms at an event in Guwahati and have surrendered. Now already many times we have seen that Assam Assembly has passed the Assam Cattle Preservation Bill 2021. So now it prohibits the sale and purchase of beef in areas which are inhabited by non-beef eating communities such as temples. Assam was also in news because recently it has signed a memorandum of understanding with 37 microfinance lenders for implementation of Assam Microfinance Incentive and Relief Scheme 2021. And this scheme is aimed at providing financial assistance to the microfinance borrowers in Assam to help them in maintaining good credit discipline in this COVID-19 times. Also recently, Union Territory of Ladakh has officially adopted the snow leopard as the state animal and black-necked crane as state bird. Fine. Also to remember that Assam government has recently decided to rename Rajiv Gandhi National Park as Orang National Park. Now coming to last question, which state has launched the Vatan Prem Yojana? So recently the government of Gujarat has launched this scheme under which NRI Gujaratis who are willing to donate for development of their native village would get financial support from the state government. So under the scheme, the government encourages donations for development of social infrastructure like schools, drainage, sports complex, etc. in rural areas. Now can you tell me Atmanirbhar Krishi Yojana and Atmanirbhar Bagwani Yojana have been launched by which of the states? So the state government of Arunachal Pradesh has launched these two schemes, and the first one is Agri Sector Scheme while second one is Horticulture Scheme. So the government has allocated a total sum of 120 crore rupees for these two schemes so that it can be implemented in a better way. Now, what is the name of the campaign that has been launched by Ayush Ministry to distribute medicinal plant saplings? So this is Ayush Aapke Dwar, and this campaign aims to distribute medicinal plants to 75 lakh households in 1 year. Now you have to tell me who is our Ayush Minister. Please write in the comments. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.